Good morning, everybody. How are you? It's Coffee with your coach. Trying to set my video over a little bit because that sun's coming in and it is bright and so beautiful out. I went out on my balcony to have a cup of coffee this morning and I seen all the beautiful birds, and there was a big robin sitting on the branch, and I noticed all the buds coming out on the trees. Then I went downtown because I had to drop my husband off somewhere, and I seen all the apple blossoms were in bloom, and it's just so beautiful. Hey, look at Georgie. Ooh, he's going to join us today. Ah, man, I had a great weekend. Yesterday we got to go to a Mexican restaurant to celebrate my sister-in-law's birthday. And, oh, I love Mexican food. And I got this beautiful cup. It says January on it from my mama. She went to Shipshewana and brought me home this, and got some good cheese for Sean and I, and some yummy cashew brittle. Ooh, I don't even need to be eating that. It's like pure butter, but it melts in your mouth and it's so yummy. Anyway, it says January. My birthday is January 11th and my husband's is January 12th, so I told him he couldn't use this cup. I know it says January, but chances are he probably won't be using it because of this flower right here, and he's just really not the flowering type. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I would be more than willing to share with him if he wants to use my cup. Listen, we are on day 4. It's Monday, and let me get my chair over here a little bit. Today I want to talk to you about the 4th thing on overcoming obstacles, and that is be corrected in your defeats. And let me read to you from Joshua 1:7. Did you guys read Joshua 1 like I asked you to? Again, in 1:7, he says, be strong and courageous. We talked about that last week. How many times did he tell Joshua that? Be strong and courageous. Get going, Joshua. 4 times just in Joshua 1. And then he says, be strong and courageous. Be careful to obey all the instructions Moses gave you. Do not deviate from them, turning either to the right or to the left. Then you will be successful in everything that you do. Okay, so we can't get sidetracked. We can't go to the right and then to the left and deviate. And once we know what we're doing, we are on a mission. It is time for us to go out there and do it, right? We can't get sidetracked. We talked about that a little bit the other day. And sometimes the enemy does try to sidetrack us. We know what we're supposed to be doing, and then things come up in our way. And like I said, it's not always bad things, but it's things that aren't your main focus and your main goal that gets us off track just a little bit. The devil knows if he gets us off just a little bit that we could spend years down a path that's not even the path we're supposed to be on. He knows this. And God does not want us to get sidetracked. God says, do not deviate. Do not go from the left to the right. Do not deviate. No, and that's why I said on day 1, know what your vision is. Have it very clear cut in your mind. Okay? Feel it in your senses. Feel it in your heart. Know what your passions are and go forward. You know, don't deviate from what you know God wants you to do. Now, I know a lot of different people that do all kinds of different jobs, you know, and they're this and they're that. And of course, we need money, right? We need to be able to feed our children. We need to be able to set the table, have food, have a roof over our head. I understand that. We can work and do other things while accomplishing our mission here on earth, and while building our life, the life that we want to create, the life that God has planned for us, okay? We can't deviate from that. We can go and do some jobs. We can have odd jobs. We can do different things like that. But listen, we need to spend some quality time daily on our mission in life, our passion, and our goal. Hold on, I have to have a sip of coffee just a minute. And this is really hot. Are you guys drinking your coffee? Even on summer days, even on the hottest summer days, I still have hot cups of coffee all day long. But, you know, my new thing is I'm going to start making some sun tea, but I'm making green tea. You know how green tea is supposed to boost your metabolism. And I'm telling you what, at this age, I'm telling you, I need my metabolism boosted. So anything, you know, I'm willing to try. All right. When we have a failure, we need to get right back on track. Successful people don't fail. I mean, of course, we're all going to fail, but we, successful people, we learn from our failures. We learn the lesson God's trying to teach us, and then we make the adjustments that we need and we move forward, okay? So whatever adjustments need to be made, we need to make them. That's why it's so important, people, that we don't live impulsively, okay? We cannot live just putting things in the back of our mind and moving. We have to really think about what is it that's not working. It takes a discipline to sit with yourself and say, what is working, what is not? How can I deviate to this but still stay on the main course? Okay, how can I make adjustments, not deviate, and make adjustments and still stay on the main course? What do I need to do? Too many people go through life and they never even think about what they're doing on a daily basis. They don't think about it at all. God doesn't want that for us. He wants us to He's navigating us. And it is up to us to follow Him. It is up to us when we make mistakes to make the adjustments we need, to learn from them, to grow, and to continue moving forward on our life mission here on earth. We have a lot to get done here on earth, We have a lot to do before our last days, and we never know when our last days are. And listen, folks, I probably know better than most people what it is like to have serious situations happen. People do not understand the kind of life I've led and the pain I've had in my life. Tremendous pain. I don't talk about it very much, but I do use my pain to help you go forward. That's what makes me a good coach. That's what God made me go through, all these hardships. He made me go through these hardships so that when you came to me, I understood and I was able to help you walk your way through the murk. Get out of the quicksand. I'm here for you. I am here for you. I understand, I get messages from you and you want to know what my pay rate is. You want to know how we can work together. I have clients not just from my small town. Actually, most of my clients are from, FaceTime, videos, emailing, talking to each other on the phone and getting through these things. I understand that not all of you can afford a personal life coach, okay? I'm trying to think up some ways that I can help you without you having to spend a lot of money for me, okay? And I'm working on that, and I will let you know when I come up with a hopeful solution for all of us. I understand, and you're not alone. So just know that even though I might not be your personal life coach, I'm still an advocate for you, and I still care about you. I love you, and you can message me up above. And when I have the time, I promise I'll get back to you, okay? You're not alone. If you're struggling, I am here. I'm here to help you wade through the muck, okay? So don't get discouraged. I know what it feels like to be in pain and hurting and having obstacles and feeling like when we are in the midst of our pain, it is so hard to remember the promises that God has given us. It is very hard to remember that things are going to be better again someday. Life is a huge roller coaster, and when we are, going up that hill, it's exciting, it's suspenseful, we're happy, and then all of a sudden we are going to go down, and we may crash fast. We don't know what life's going to bring us. We don't know what the enemy's going to put in our path. But we do know one thing. We do know that God loves us, and He is here for us all the time. And I know if you're in pain and if you're suffering, that sometimes you can't feel His love. I know that because I've experienced myself. But that's when we have to go to the Bible and we have to read the promises He's made for us. We have to remember what those promises are. We have to remember that, yes, He is there. It's just like the footprints quote. That was my favorite quote when I was 10 years old. My gosh, I had it written on every one of my school folders, But it's true that when we only see one set of footprints, He is holding us. And He's carrying us during those times. And I know it's hard to feel that. When it's all said and done, you do feel it and you do know. That's why when things are over and said and done with, we can look back and realize, wow, He really was there for us during that time. But when we're going through it, it can feel pretty hard, can't it? But you're not alone, okay? It doesn't matter who you are. It does not matter your age. It does not matter. God has created such a beautiful, unique, diverse group of people Whatever the situation is, I am here for you. I am here. So don't be afraid to message me just because you're not paying me weekly, okay? I am here for you. And I'm going to try and figure out, I'm going to take some time, really try and take some time to figure out how I can help you where it won't be so expensive to get my help. Because I want to help you. And I don't want you to feel like you're alone. Because being alone and loneliness is the worst feeling in the world. And God did not create us creatures to be lonely and alone. And so many of us are. Okay? And you don't have to be. I'm here. So, it's important to pray, but God also wants us to do something about it. He told Joshua to get himself up and go get the sin out of the camp. Go and do it, Joshua. So when we know what we need to do, we have to have faith. We have to be strong in our faith walk. So here are the things we've learned so far. We need to be very clear on our vision, number 1. Number 2, we have to be confident in our desires. Okay, number 3, we have to be committed to our decisions. And then today is be corrected in our defeats. So once we have a defeat, we need to adjust it. We need to learn from it. And then we need to get up and do what God's telling us to do. Tomorrow, we're going to discuss the 5th one, and it's my absolute favorite. And there's a lot to be learned in tomorrow's Coffee with Your Coach. I sure hope you join me. It's just really such valuable information. And of course, again, it is from Joshua 1, so if you want to read that. But I am going to pinpoint some things that you might not even see when you're reading that verse, okay? It's very important things. So, listen, guys, I love you so much. I really do. And I am here for you. I really am. And please don't feel alone. And don't feel lonely. If you're feeling like you have no one, you can reach out to me. I'm not turning anybody away, okay? I will figure out a way for us to be all together and for me to be able to help you personally where it doesn't cost so much money. I will figure this out and I will let you know in a future video. But in the meantime, I'm here if you need me. Message me, comment below. You guys still don't comment below, but just know if you do, you're helping a lot of other people too, not just yourself. So, but of course, anything you message me is private, and it is between you and I, and we will get through this together. Okay, so, hey, have a great day. Love you guys. God bless you. Oh, the birds. Can you hear the birds chirping out there? So beautiful. God bless. Love ya.